People who have been to North Korea sometimes describe it not as another country, but as another universe. I'm cycling to a mailbox to post an AirTag to North Korea. Bon voyage, my little friend. There are a few challenges sending an AirTag to North Korea. First of all, North Korea is the most closed-off and secretive country in the world. I don't know anybody there, and my gut feeling tells me just sending it to a random address in Pyongyang is not going to work. I did a bit of Googling and found a list of diplomatic missions in Pyongyang. One of them caught my eye: Sweden, a country known for ABBA, IKEA, meatballs and Volvo cars. They seem to have a functional embassy in Pyongyang, so I decided to send it there. The Swedish embassy is at a compound area called Munsu-dong in Pyongyang, with other embassies in the same area. Next question is how to ship it there. The DHL websites are a bit confusing. The Dutch DHL site doesn't even list North Korea, but the one in Germany does. So I contacted DHL by email and they replied me that all service to North Korea is suspended because of the pandemic. When I asked them in another email if they knew when service would be resumed, they didn't respond. And so I tried to call them in Pyongyang. What you just witnessed was my very first phone call to North Korea. Finally, I tried Facebook chat and they said only diplomatic mail is going to North Korea at this moment. They also said this situation won't change anytime soon. The Dutch PostNL website, however, doesn't list North Korea service as being suspended, so I decided to give that a try. Normally I don't pay for the extra service of registered mail, but this time I decided to add that. The most obvious route would be Amsterdam to Beijing and then to Pyongyang. So on May 4th, less than a week after the AirTags were first released, I dropped an envelope in the mail and sent my AirTag to North Korea. It took the usual route to The Hague, and after 4 days it moved to the Amsterdam airport, where it would spend another 2 days. Then it went out of reach for an unusual amount of time, and then Abu Dhabi? Okay, I'm a little surprised, but I figured it would fly from there to Beijing. It sits there for a while, and then low battery. How is this possible? A brand new AirTag giving me a low battery warning in less than a week after I bought it. So just 6 days after sending my AirTag, I lost contact with it and I had to rely on my tracking code. In the meantime, I reached out to the Swedish embassy in Pyongyang via email to see if they are even open, but they never replied. In my tracking app, it showed the item arrived in the country of destination. It's getting exciting, and then it showed as South Korea. This doesn't make any sense. North and South Korea are still officially at war. A sorting error is not very likely because my envelope had a barcode on it, and I'm sure they used the barcode for automatic sorting. On May 25th, it showed the item is being processed by customs. After waiting for 2 weeks, I contacted PostNL and asked them how it's possible my tracking code shows South Korea instead of North Korea, and do they have any updates? This is where it gets a bit tricky. If I use one of the many parcel tracking services on the web, it shows South Korea as country of destination. If I look at the PostNL tracking website, it shows North Korea. My gut feeling tells me that the PostNL website is not correct. After almost 3 weeks of silence, I suddenly get a status update. It shows as Return to Sender. From here, things move really quick. 3 days later, on June 20th, I get a from Amsterdam Airport. The time of the AirTag first showing up at Amsterdam Airport aligns perfectly with a KLM flight from South Korea that had just arrived half an hour earlier. Damn, I just knew the PostNL tracking wasn't correct. And the weird thing is, my battery no longer shows as empty. It shows as something like 70%. So after arriving at the airport, my AirTag is transferred to the place where it started its journey, the International Mail Facility in The Hague. While it's there, after a couple of days I notice the battery is degrading again. What's up with this battery? And then June 25th in the evening, it's the last time I heard from it. So I decided to turn it into loss mode. While I'm waiting to see what happens to my AirTag, I managed to get in touch with someone who is a frequent visitor to North Korea. He tells me mail is not possible right now, not even diplomatic mail. And then, 66 days after sending it out, I received the envelope back. And what does it say? Insufficient address. No wonder if they sent it to the wrong Korea. I open the envelope and inside the envelope I find my little AirTag again. So this attempt of sending an AirTag to North Korea has failed. I know there is another YouTuber by the name of Megalag who's also trying to do the same. His thought process was very similar to mine, but he sent it to the German embassy. So far we both didn't succeed. I have more AirTags traveling around the world with the help of the community, by people forwarding an AirTag to the next person. One is in Tahiti right now, and another one is sightseeing in Serbia. Another one is trying to visit all the 50 states of America and just left San Francisco on its way to Alabama. If you wish to help by receiving and forwarding an AirTag, please contact me at airtagalex@gmail.com. You can see all the AirTags and their live locations at travelbyenvelope.com.